Hey, it's Christina with I'm F-I-N-G awesome you. I don't really know if I can curse on these things, so we'll just go with the acronym that I use for my blog and some of my social media pages. So I got really excited, and I know I'm challenging myself to do videos. And when people challenge themselves to start exercising and things like that, they're told to go get cool workout clothes, stuff to help them feel motivated to exercise. So I decided to kind of splurge a little bit. It wasn't too expensive on a little tripod and microphone to get used to doing these videos. And I have told myself that part of what I need to do is just act like I'm talking to an audience and have that same energy that I have when I do briefings and trainings and things like that. So that's what I'm really going to try to work on. So this is going to be my last review for Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis for my virtual book club. If you're coming across this video, I really want people to read these books with me. I really wanted to have a book club, but I had to move out of an area where I knew people, and this is the best way that I thought that I could do it. And eventually I want to start having Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives so we can actually talk with each other about these books. And if you can't get on at that time, that's okay too. But I think it's really important that when we read these types of books, the self-help books and motivational books, that we kind of do it together and learn from each other and see what we each kind of think of what is said in the books. So I finished up the last 5 chapters, and I do like to go over some of the things that I liked about it. In one of the chapters, it was chapter 15, she talks about it's possible to find purpose even in the absence of explanation. I had to really make a lot of acceptance with that, because I used to always try to find out why did this happen to me, or why is this going on in my life? And honestly, sometimes it really doesn't matter. You just got to find the purpose from it and grow from it and kind of move on and work through it. So I really liked when she said that. One of my other favorite things was in the chapter about I am defined by my weight. And she had the courage to say what a lot of people won't say. And I'm not about body shaming, and that's not what I want to talk about. But we're not meant to be out of shape. I know we all come in different shapes and sizes and things like that. And I will always be, a relatively big girl. And I know that I'm never going to be super thin. But I want to make sure that I'm healthy. I want to make sure that I can move the weight that I do have. And that means that I have to put on more muscle to be able to move the weight that I have. And that's what I do. And I tend to try to eat as best that I can. I rarely drink soda and things like that. And once you stop doing it, you kind of don't miss it anymore. Every once in a while, I'll throw it in with, maybe some Crown or something if I'm being a cheapo. But even then, it doesn't even taste good to me anymore. So in this chapter, she talked about, it's not okay. It's not okay to be overweight and out of shape. And it's hard. It's hard once you get there to get back on track. I know it is. And then she talks about you need to be healthy. And that's the only way that you're going to really be able to help take care of other people, especially if you're a mom or something like that, or even with your friends. Like, you just need to get healthy. The other one is she talked about mantras in that chapter also, and I thought that was really important. And there's all these mantras that you can take from other people, but she kind of summed it up. Whatever you're telling yourself, whatever negative thing you're telling yourself, tell yourself the opposite. Write it down on a sticky note, draw it on the front of a notebook, put it on your screensaver for your phone. I've had to do that before when I was having that bad negative self-talk. So, go look up synonyms if you have to, and, turn that around. So that's a way to do mantras without having to find one that's already written by somebody else. Some other things, she talked about our differences in the chapter that's called There's Only One Right Way to Be. And I love how different we are. And it is difficult when we are so different. I was actually thinking about it on my drive back from getting my oil change today, because I'm trying to develop some stuff to help people be more resilient and, with suicide prevention and stuff in mind. And I'm like, why do we have such issues? And I really think what it is, a big part of it, I'm not going to say it's the only thing, is that we are so diverse now wherever you go. We are so different and diverse. We're not little pockets of people that are exactly alike. And what happens is sometimes that can make people uncomfortable. And then they tend to shame people, and things like that come from it, some negativity. And then when you're going through things in your life, you're not as resilient, and you don't have the coping skills, or you weren't taught those social skills that you needed, or whatever the case may be. And it really takes a toll. So I think a part of it is that we are so different, and we need to embrace those differences, and we need to, enjoy them. And I try so hard to learn something new about somebody that's different from me, and ask them questions about it. And if you ask a question that's hurtful with somebody that you're close with, they'll understand that maybe you don't understand something, and they'll explain it to you. With my daughter being in the LGBT community, I worry every time I ask her a question that I'm going to hurt her feelings, or I'm going to say something wrong. But really, I just want to know and understand. So if it comes from a place of being genuine, if you're different from somebody and you want to know about their differences, be humble and ask. And let them know that, you're not trying to be mean or hurtful. You really just want to know. So I really like that about that chapter. So as the whole book, as a total, I'm a personal growth whore. I'm going to say that right now, and I know it sounds bad, but I love personal growth. I love learning things and becoming a better me every single day. So I read, and I've read a lot of these books, and I've taken a lot of classes, and I got something out of this book. So if you have not read a lot of books, then, you're going to get something out of it too. Or even if you have, you'll get something out of it. The only thing that I struggled with this book is I felt like the chapter titles were like clickbait. I could not connect the chapter titles to the chapters. And the only reason why that bothers me is because I'm what I call a linear thinker. I go from point A to point B. I don't go around in circles. I don't go all over the place. I'm like, how does this connect to this, connect to this, connect to that? So that's the only thing that I struggled with this book. I thought she had a lot of good points, especially when she talked about parenting and things like that. So check out this book if you haven't already read it. I will be posting again later on my social media what book I'm reading next, and I will also put it down in the comments below of this video. So thanks for joining me. Like I said, it's Christina from I'm MFING Awesome You. I'm gonna have to get used to saying it like that. So come back and join me for the next virtual book club. And if we get enough people going, we can get on and start doing, the lives where we can actually talk to each other through the comment section. So thanks.